Pickles. Either you're in one or they're in you. Let's make sure it's the latter. There's a whole lot of pickles out there. How do you know which ones are good? That's why I'm here, to taste test each and every one and see which ones are good and which ones are horrible. Today I'm joined by an extraordinarily special guest, the co-creator and co-star of one of the funniest TV shows of all time, Broad City, the more recent and critically acclaimed Babes. Their new stand-up special is available now on Hulu and Disney+. Ilana Glazer, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me, Babish. I'm excited to be here.
It's a huge honor. Like, I'm gonna geek out and make it really awkward before we get into the pickles.
It's not even.
Like, Broad City not only was unbelievably funny, but it was formative for me. It legitimized all the wild shit that I was going through to try to make it in New York City, you know, returning your cable remote and insane brokers and Amy Sedaris' immortal performance. More than that, your portrayal of Ilana Wexler, this is a character who so unapologetically loves themselves and is themselves. And this show was coming out when I was not comfortable in my own skin. I was not comfortable being myself. So that was really like shepherding for me in a very formative time. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much for saying that. That is so meaningful for me to hear. And also I have to say, like, I feel the same way about Ilana Wexler. You know, it was like I was kind of curating a way to feel that comfortable with myself, which I feel like I'm finally coming into, but like, yeah, I feel you.
I always feel like I'm finally coming into it.
Right.
And then 10 years from now, we'll be like, oh, I was so lost back then.
Right, totally. Well,
But,
thank you so much.
Well, now that I made it weird, pickle time.
Okay, well, I'm like wondering like what your, what your relationship to pickles is. Because my relationship is forever fan. Like, I actually like need the salt. And when I was younger, I would like steal swigs of pickle juice out of the fridge and then like learned later that it's actually good for me and my body. It's not caffeine that hypes me up midday, it's like salt.
It's like having lemon water or something, like acidulated water or something like that. I don't know, it's like very modern.
Okay.
But I love also imagining your parents be like, where the hell is all the pickle juice going?
Just these dry ass pickles but what's your deal?
I mean, I just love them. I don't know if I have any like fun stories or anything. I love Bubbies more than anything. These are the best, like, especially for a Bloody Mary topper, I love just a variety of pickled vegetables and all kinds of stuff. Well, anyway, okay, so do you have a favorite pickle brand or style?
I feel Vlasic is like almost slutty. Oh, I love Vlasic. I feel it's almost slutty because it's like it's not like the guy you want to marry. You know what I mean? There's like dye. There's like yellow dye in there. There's something naughty to me, but I love Vlasic. I would say probably my favorite are like canned. I was just talking about these Dilly bites.
Dilly bites.
I have been known to snag a Dilly bite in the airport.
I was just going to say, great gas station snack right there.
Yeah,
Usually in Wawa, there's always the Dilly bites.
Oh,
but
hell yeah.
You only want to do like 20, right? So we're going to try to pick your... You only want to do just like 20, right? Like, it's a very specific number. Yeah.
I mean, sure, I'll do as many
That's why
as I can.
I only film one of these a week, because I don't know what it's doing to my body. Like, it's not like they're wholly unhealthy every time. It's just a lot of one thing.
But I think pickles, like, I mean, again, like I have low salt. I used to like faint a lot, and like part of it is like I need salt, I need like chips, I need pickles. But besides my specific need, I think pickles are healthy.
I think so, yeah.
Like, are you a Tums boy?
What do you mean by that?
Are you like, my tummy, and then you need Tums, or like LOL from the 50s, Alka-Seltzer?
Alka-Seltzer, I mean,
like, honestly, because you
hangover
do this.
helper is Alka-Seltzer.
Oh, really?
Just because you get the painkiller and some stomach stuff. We're not going to have that problem today, unless we do picklebacks later, which I'm not opposed to.
I'll do vodka-free picklebacks. I'm telling you, I will drink this juice. Let's do it. Let's get into it. Okay, can I tell you something? I'm like literally happier with these pickles. That is how much I love pickles. I'm like happier because the pickles are around.
I'm so happy we had you come through for this episode then, because we're going to be eating a lot of these today, so that works out. It really works out. You're right. These are.
My mouth is watering. Oh, I'm dying.
You're right. These are definitely not of nature. The color is quite wild. And these are unrefrigerated pickles, which tend to be softer, which bums me out a little more flaccid pickle. What?
So good. There's something about like chemically food that's reliable.
Oh yeah.
And nostalgic. You know what's funny? Also, Vlasic is Goyish to me.
Goyish?
I didn't know if you were Jew. Not Jewish.
Sorry.
White people who are not Jewish.
Oh.
Gentiles.
Oh, so Gentile, and that I know that word.
Yeah, yeah. So good though. So good.
I don't know why I'm eating more. I gotta eat 40 pickles now. Okay.
Oh, it's so good. Oh my God, I love it. I love it.
Yeah, that's great. I would call it a little watery, like waterlogged. So like too much moisture in there for me.
I also find the texture concerning.
Inside or outside?
No, like this, the meat.
Oh, the meats, the pickle meat.
Where it's like, what is that grain?
No, I mean, I think it's because being an unrefrigerated pickle, these are processed way harder.
Yeah.
They have to be heated really, to jar them, they have to be really hyper heated. So that's why they get really soft. I'm gonna give it a 6 because I like it and I would continue eating it. Very brave what you're doing right now. I don't know if you intend to finish each pickle, but that's a Herculean effort. I forgot to explain the rules too. We just rate everything 1 to 10. Then we can both give it a 1 to 10 rating.
We each do, because I really trust your authority here.
Oh, no, we have you here so to get your rating. I don't want to just tell my ratings.
I'm gonna just keep copying yours, honestly.
Maybe you should go first. I feel like you should go first.
Okay. Well, now I'm gonna do 6 out of 10, and then you can let me go first next and see if I can have my own mind. But
a unanimous 6 out of 10. I just know that there's so much higher to go in the pickle echelon that I want to save room, you know, both in my body and in the ratings.
Okay.
All right, so now we have zesty dill.
That means it's spicy?
More zesty than spicy. Sharper.
Woo!
Those are zesty. They got more
it's
acid.
a surprise.
Wow, it's really, really sour. Very acidic.
They delivered zestiness. No yellow number 5. No artificial flavors. The store has to scream it because everybody, including myself, even a lifelong pickle devotee, thought that there was yellow number 5.
They don't look natural. I think I like these more. Same, not so great texture.
I like it slightly less. I think it's slightly less applicable.
Less applicable. You don't want to hear that about your pickle. You want pickles to be applicable. Applicable.
I'm gonna stay with 6 then.
6, okay.
Okay, this is crazy. This is the Devil's Vlasic.
Well, presumably there's some Frank's Red Hot in there. It definitely has taken on some of the color. Ooh, yeah, no, it really does. So these are buffalo style pickles.
Yum.
I think. Let's see what happens.
For real.
Whoa.
That is crazy.
That's insane.
Literally nuts.
Oh,
okay, now I do
too.
need seltzer.
Yeah, okay.
But what I really mean is, may I please have a seltzer? What? Sorry. It's like, I have a 3-year-old, and it's like, I'll tell her, you know, how to ask with respect and consideration, and then myself bark like a dog.
What's this taste like? Oh, so spicy.
Woo! Crazy.
I don't know what to do with it. That's why I'm gonna, again, defer to you to score it first.
Oh, I almost want to give this a 7, higher than the last, because it is like so creative and giving me such an interesting experience. 7.
I do like the spice though, so I feel like I'm gonna net out at a 7. Oh,
What?
sorry. Yeah. So now this extreme heat. This is a surprise hot ones episode. It's called sour ones. Well, this one has a hot scale on it. There's mild, medium, hot, very hot.
Ooh, scary hot. Thank God it's not scary hot. I don't feel like being scared today. You're not perceiving it, neither am I.
Is it less spicy than the Frank's ones?
That's what I'm feeling, but I'm like,
Is it gonna hit late? Is it gonna ghost pepper us?
I dislike bread and butter pickles, which this is, hot bread and butter pickles. I am deeply unattracted to these pickles.
Oh, yeah, they're less hot, and I do, so I personally like bread and butter pickles in certain contexts, usually just on their own. I feel like it needs more heat. It's just not there. I've had nice spicy bread and butter pickles that do it for me.
I'm like toggling between a 2 and a 3 for my rating.
I gotta stop
Do you
drinking.
feel the heat now?
No, I'm not used to drinking pickle juice. This is a practice sport for you.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at it. Yeah. So.
I don't like them. Yeah, you're right. No,
Yeah,
I was
I'm
gonna
going with it too.
I was gonna go like 4 or something, but I don't like them. The heat's not there. The flavor's not there. For bread and butter, it's a weak entry. I'm gonna give it a 3.
So these are like respectful.
Yes.
To me, these are respectable and respectful pickles.
Okay, Claussen.
But it's very good.
Oh, way better flavor than the Vlasic Dills.
Than even the first ones. Yeah, this is really good.
Better texture too, more crunch.
Yes, yes.
Which, how dare Vlasic build their whole marketing campaign around crunchiness?
How dare they?
Dare they? Liars.
What do you think it is? Like, what would even the difference be?
I have no earthly idea.
I thought you knew. I don't know.
I don't know.
This is like an 8. So solid. So again, like, respectful and respectable. The pickle juice is like elegant, honestly.
It's clear.
Gorgeous.
It's like sake.
This
I agree with your 8, and I'm going to echo it.
I love it.
Love it. Wegmans, kosher dill baby pickles.
You know, it's like so crazy. The ingredients: cucumbers, duh, water, vinegar, salt, good. And then calcium. They assure you it's just a firming agent. Okay. Gum, Arabic. I don't get it. Natural flavor, which?
And I don't care for this form factor.
Me neither.
It's short and fat, which, like, come on.
It's not always a problem, but in
No,
this
pickle
in this context.
world. No, I wasn't trying to make any other. Anywho.
I'm almost like embarrassed to eat it. Oh my God. It's almost like evoking the flavor of pickles without actually being a good pickle.
It's a pickle tribute.
It's a pickle tribute. Exactly. That's exactly what it is. I give it a 5.
I'm just going to end up copying you the entire time.
I love it.
I agree. 5. 5 for these. It's how many calories there are. It's how many points they get.
I'm gonna admit, instead of being such a strong man, that I am starting to feel the acid build up inside of me.
You want to take a quick break and we have some bake? Okay.
Oh, I'm just letting the viewers know.
Okay. Well,
where are you at?
I feel funny. The worst I've ever felt doing these was brownies. I ate like 26 brownies, and it's just a slow drip of glucose. No. And by the end of it, I felt like I had chain smoked a pack of cigarettes.
Horrible.
And it was
Would rather
horrible.
have done that, honestly.
I mean, that's at least kind of fun.
So these are bread and butter, sweet heat. We'll see if I come to a higher respect for bread and butter.
Not a fan of that texture. Really squishy, squeaky.
Ooh, it tastes like diner pancakes.
No, I agree. There's almost like a maple element to it. Do you think they sweetened with maple? Where's the sugar?
It's like
it's just the sugar. Yeah, it's you're absolutely right. It tastes like that plastic jar syrup, the corn syrup.
I would even go lower. That's right. I would even go lower than the last one, and I'm gonna give it a 1.
So I'm not gonna go so far as a 1 because I would still eat a couple of these, but I truly dislike them, especially the texture. Really don't like the texture, but the flavor, you're right, it's like diner pancakes, which is not what you're looking for in pickle. So I'm gonna give it a 2. Bubbies, this is where I like to live, right here. Bubbies Town, USA.
Okay, I'm already smelling some good ass pickles. This is, you can literally sense that it's made with care.
Mm-hmm. And garlic too, I'm smelling garlic for the first time, which is kind of a form of care.
So good. Ooh, challengingly sour in a way I like.
It's awakening my senses.
I have dill pickle potato chips on my rider when I do stand up. That is like how badly I need salt, you know?
That rocks.
After a day of travel, getting to wherever I'm going, I would eat some dill pickle chips to pep right up.
Speaking of which, you've got this new comedy special. What was it called?
Human Magic on Hulu and Disney Plus.
Without spoiling anything, what is the Human Magic title referencing?
The title of Human Magic is referencing my experience becoming a parent.
Which has been, it sounds like it's been a fascinating journey.
It's incredible. It's like so hard and effortful as they warn you, but it's been like the coolest thing. We toured this hour 52 times, did 52 shows, 48 cities, and it was incredible. I spaced it out over the course of a year.
Wow.
But I can't be away from my kid for like more than 2 nights. I'm so 3 if I have to, but I got so sad. There's this like story like there is with anything where it's like this, you know, patriarchal pressure of like road dog, you know what I mean? And if you don't fuck up your family, you're not a real stand-up, you know? I'm like, but we organized this tour like around just being sane and healthy and feeling good, and it was like so rewarding. I was like happy to see every audience, like genuinely so excited to get out the next week, and it was so much fun. I had so much fun touring this hour. It was so good. I'll rate this. Gosh, who did I give an 8? Claussen. I would say a 9.
I'm just gonna keep. Well, no, I've scored different than you, but that is a very accurate score for me. It's a 9. It's got good texture to it. It's not super crispy, but like it's not squishy or soft or slippery. It's just nice and tender, and the flavor is fantastic. Great garlic flavor.
Bubbies spicy kosher dill pickles. Their catchphrase, their trademarked catchphrase is taste the chutzpah. And chutzpah, if you don't know Yiddish, is like your magical spirit.
Moxie.
Moxie.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love it. Okay, so this is a spicy kosher dill pickle, and now I'm gonna karate.
The influencer trick. No, don't look at me either.
That is so delicious. Oh my god.
Yeah, no, these are fantastic. I like that they're not spicy because I taste the peppers, but not their heat. Like I'm getting the pepper flavor. Let's try that juice.
Gorgeous, gorgeous.
And these are like slightly larger than those little chodes that we had earlier.
But they're less like chody.
Yeah.
They're less like, I'm a dick.
They're more
And they're like, I'm a pickle.
I'm a pickle.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
just a little smaller than normal.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
I'm gonna go with the 9 again.
Ditto. 9. Next, what do we got here? We got Grillo's pickles. Nope,
Okay,
it's
like
starting
burping.
to happen.
Yeah,
Okay, all right.
it's like a burp moment. But that was a cute burp that I like controlled. You know what I mean? Thank goodness.
If you don't want burps on camera, we can lose them.
I'll let you know, but that one was so cute. I need it to get out there.
All right, let's keep that one in there, please.
I want it out there.
Okay, so we have Grillo's pickles, half sours. Just right on time. Half sour.
Oh my gosh,
not
look
too
at this
sour.
lemon. Okay, cute. Delicious, nutritious. I love it. So good.
You really taste the lemon. So crispiest ones.
Makes me happy. You know, that makes me happy.
This is like perfectly New York Jewish deli too. Just like
Yeah.
exactly what I would expect a pile of next to my pastrami sandwich and stuff.
I might give this a 10.
Wow, I'm usually not a big half sour fan, but I love these. I'm gonna echo that because it's perfect. Like,
Do we stick with 10?
yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
we're
unless
sticking with
what were you trying to drop down?
9.
9? Okay, we're gonna do 9.
Yeah, we're going 9.
This is a hive mind rating.
Yeah.
With in the past it's been 2 ratings, so now we are unified. Oh yeah, don't
I'll
fin-
just
oh,
take a little
okay.
sip. Crazy.
Whoa, that tastes boozy.
Yeah, really gorgeous. Boozy.
I'd
Dang.
Oh, you could have fooled me. Yeah, Grillo's has been fire thus far, even though it's only been 1. Whoa. Very different. Got better as I chewed it.
Yeah,
It
me
started
too. Me too.
Weird.
It's a well-made pickle. It's respectable, but I do not like it as much.
No. I think that we're probably poisoned from the last pickles and from eating so many pickles in general. Yeah, there was a weird like plasticine
Yes,
flavor
yes,
up
yes,
front, like
yes.
burning plastic or something. I'm gonna shoot this back in your honor.
Wow. Thank you so much. It's meaningful to me. I was gonna say 7, but actually, I admire the construction, and I'm gonna go with 8. Even though it's not my favorite thing, it's just well made.
I just had another bite of it, and up front there's a weird flavor that I'm not a fan of. I think I gotta put it down to 5 because I don't want any more.
I'm gonna go down to 6.
Oh no!
No, I am. No, I am. You're 5, I'm 6. We're different, and we can handle being different. But you're 5, I'm a 6. It's okay.
Okay.
Get out of here. Grillo or Grillo's pickles, blazing hot.
Given that it's from Boston, I have to imagine it's Grillo.
Yeah, good call, good call.
I don't know how I feel about those. Everything's blending together too. It's all.
Yeah, I like it. Again, it is crafted well.
Yes.
Like, it was pretty enjoyable. It reminded me kind of Bubbies spicy, but it was hotter.
Yeah. A little swishy texture. I liked the heat. Weird flavor up front, but it turned into something I like. I think it's just because we're eating so many pickles back to back, and the flavors don't play nice. I thought that they would all work together.
What if we say our score at the same time?
Oh, that's a great idea. Okay, all right.
I agree.
Wait, let me come up with mine here real quick. What is my score? Okay, ready, set, 6.
Okay, these are cool because Nathan's is a classic Brooklyn Spirit and a hot dog eating contest, which is like so gnarly.
Here's to Brooklyn Spirit and a pickle eating contest, is what we're doing.
I'm not into it. The juice is pretty good,
Oh, okay.
but the pickles aren't so great. I'm gonna give it a 5.
I'm gonna give it a 6 because I do kind of like it.
Yeah, I think you like it more, and again, that's cool for us.
As long as we're no more than a point apart, I'm happy. Now, I'm a Cornichon freak.
Yeah?
I love a Cornichon.
LOL, I love it. I love them too. Crunchy and zesty recipe. These are from 1747, so you know they're evil. Like French Maille Cornichons. Like, eat my ass. What?
Okay, well, let's see what's all that human suffering has yielded. Whoa!
I'm getting feet.
Well, that's the French for you, all right?
And a hint of feet, babe.
That's French.
The stinky French.
Incredibly sour.
Dang. I mean, sour's not the problem. The feet is the problem. The bipedal aspect of these cornichons are the issue to me.
Well, at least we don't have to.
Still doing the juice.
Okay, all right.
Hey.
Yeah, no, cheers on this one, the foot shot. Oh.
I even like feet. You know what I mean? I'm not anti-foot. They're not even like the worst of the worst. I still would go 5 or 6.
Yeah, I mean, there is an off-putting thing happening there. I love cornichons so much, but these are not where it's at for me. I thought I loved Maille, but I was wrong.
I'll go with 5 too, because you know what? It's like, they were like soft and they're a little squishier.
Yeah, I'm gonna meet you right there at 5 o'clock.
Okay, these I love, but perhaps it's been in times of desperation. So we'll see.
They look very squished.
Dilly bites.
Yeah, dilly bites.
You are a texture boy. That I can certainly tell.
I'm a big texture fella. Yes.
Yeah, he's a texture man.
Here we go.
Just like reliable. No brine added. Great for on-the-go snacking. That's interesting, right?
So those are just in there dry? Ooh, here, pour them into my hands. Please. Ah! No brine added my ass.
Dang. This is intimate.
Come on. Come on, oh snap. You can do better than this.
I'm toggling between a 7 and an 8. I think I'm gonna go with 7.
I'm right there with you. It's a very serviceable pickle. My brain's starting to melt from all the pickle juice.
Same.
Very serviceable pickle that I would really enjoy in the air. That isn't anything special, but it's top of its class. It's 10 years running. JD Power Associates. 7.
Oh my God, these are so cute. Touring this hour around the country that you can now see on Hulu and Disney Plus called Human Magic. I would eat my little dill pickle chips on the road and get the strength I needed to bring this joy.
And the salt.
To the good people and the salt, the good people.
The salt of the earth.
Of our country.
Cheers.
They are sassy.
Way sweeter than I thought they were gonna be. Let's do it at the same time again.
Okay.
I'll just so it's not, you know, it's a little easier. I really like these.
That's okay. We have so many the same, and especially. Is that what your concern is?
Yes.
No, and then also when we did the ready, set, name it, the fact that we got that was it.
We can't capture that human magic twice.
Right. And the variety and diversity is the spice of life. So our differences are what we're honestly looking to reconcile in this country and all embrace while providing basic human rights for all. Okay, so anyway, let's do it.
Nothing controversial, please. Human rights for all?
So radical.
Close the eyes. Okay. And we're going to hold up fingers to indicate a score. Unless you're already doing it.
I'm doing it.
Okay, well, I'll just, I'm gonna go right here.
1, 2, 3. Did you change it? I saw your finger change, but I love that you want to be the same. It's so sweet.
Thank you so much again for coming, and congratulations on everything. I'm really looking forward to seeing your stand-up and everything you do next.
Thank you so much.
Keep on pickling.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna go back to eating the rest of these pickles by myself. Ilana had to take off, so I'm gonna judge the rest of these pickles solo. We got one more airplane pickle, as has been coined by Ilana Glazer. These are good. These are just like the sweeties, zesties, zanies? Sassies. Damn it. That's what sassy is. It's all those things together. Sweetie, zesty, zany. It tastes like those with a little bit more heat, which I like. Heavy on the garlic, I think heavier on the garlic than those. And I sure do love these pickles to go. And I might just be pickle blind, but I don't think there's too many offensive odors coming out of this bag. So less to offend those on the plane with, or also the people that are also in your car, because this is a very common gas station snack. I like these a lot. I'm gonna give them a 9. It's very, very good. Garlicky, spicy, great pickle. Cracovia, whole Polish dill pickles. Weird names from these Polish pickle manufacturers, Polish pickle people. This reads as Greek to me. That's Greek to me. Cracovia sounds Greek. Come here, you big bastard. I like the form factor. Easy to insert. Yeah, do you like this? Bouncy, squishy. Yeah, there's a spice in there that's not jiving properly, like allspice. Maybe it's the bay leaves or something. It strikes me as allspice. It strikes me as that kind of like not quite welcome warming spice. I like a little allspice in my pickles, but just a little, not as a main player in the cast of characters. Not crazy about these either. Going to give them a 4. These are cute. Another Polish cucumber. I should have known. Okay, same form factor, very much same smell. Totally different. Very sour. If I had my eyes closed while I was eating this pickle, which is the way I normally eat pickles, I would have guessed that this was a half sour, except that it is horribly mushy. Pulpy, I would even call it. Pulpy. You don't want that in a pickle. You want a pulpy pickle. Much worse than the other Polish pickle varietals. Doesn't even have the same flavor. It's just sour and soft, and that sucks. So, and I know some pickles have cloudy, they're supposed to have cloudy brine, but this is to a frightening extent is cloudy. It looks as though it's been tampered with by some pickle rapscallion. Yeah, no, really hate these, giving these a 2. Okay, next up, one more Polish pickle, Polski Smak. Ogorki Konserwowe. Ogorki Konserwowe. I assume that means pickles, because Ogorki sounds an awful lot like gherkin, which sounds an awful lot like, you know. And Konserwowe, it sounds like conserved. So conserved gherkins, sounds like pickles to me. Polski Smak. Wow, do I hate Polish pickles or something? Those suck. This is the worst pickle I've ever had in my entire life. They taste waterlogged. It doesn't taste like vinegar in there. It tastes like it's water. The flavor is just off. The texture is terrible. It's both soft and squishy, and I shit you not, there's a grittiness to it. There's a sandy, like there's some spice or something in there that is giving it a gritty texture. It's one of the worst objects I've eaten, and I'm going to give it a 0. Oh, it's just grit. There's grit in my teeth. I can't even think of any jokes. I'm so offended. 0. Back into flavor country here. We're Ba-Tampte. Whoa, whoa! Look at that! Look at that! It's like I opened a soda. It's like I opened a sody pop. See that? Look at that! These pickles are positively carbonated. Whoa! It's like a glass of pickle champagne.
Food?
Here we go.
Maybe some wine?
Oh, perhaps a little glass of pickle wine? It doesn't look as carbonated in there now, does it? It just looks like a glass full of pickle wine. Okay, bottoms up, players. No. Not a hint of carbonation. What was up with all those bubbles? That was crazy. I can't believe that there were that many bubbles. A violent chemical reaction occurred in this jar, and yet the pickle juice, you could have fooled me. I can't decide if that pickle's carbonated or not. I feel like I felt a little tingle, a little something, but I could just be hallucinating. Pickle madness. Heavily garlicked, which I dig. Like there's big old hunks of shredded garlic just hanging out in the jar. You see that? Mm-hmm. Isn't that delightful? When you open it, it's a celebration. The pickles are dying to get out of the jar. They're effervescent. It's good. I think that the texture's a little worse. I love how much garlic is in it though. I'm gonna give these a 6 because they have very good flavor, and I want them to be carbonated, but they're not. And the texture's not quite there, but they're still good. Next up, we have Ba-Tampte's entrant into the bread and butter arena. These look wild for bread and butter. There's a ton of celery seed in here, not present in the other pickles. Those are really, really sweet and sour. I always thought that sweetness would cancel out sour, but it seems like they almost exist individual of one another in this jar. Same not great texture, especially for a refrigerated pickle. Disappointing texture. I would have expected this from a shelf-stable pickle. And the flavor is really just sweet and sour. There's definitely the celery seed that there's so much of in there, and some onion vibes and some spices, but like I mostly am just tasting like really sweet, really sour, and some celery. Lateral move, I think, 6. Mount Olive's special Make-A-Wish pickles. It's on there. So I'm very curious to see why that's on there. Like, it doesn't say like we give a portion of proceeds. They must, right? Well, either way, good for you, Mount Olive, probably. Okay. Oh, really soft and squishy, very sour, abrasive, I would call them, in flavor, and submissive in texture. Just what a combo. It's not what you want in your dungeon. I know that all of these were factory made, pretty much all of them, except the ones that we had before that said hand packed and pickled, whatever. Most of these are factory made, but this truly tastes like a factory made it. Oh, they have sodium benzoate, an affirming agent. You could have fooled me. Really bad. I'm gonna give these a 2. Ugh. I don't know why I associate this with like being cheap. In the pickle aisle, I feel like this is the Ronzoni of the pickles. That being said, I've gotten good products from B&G. I particularly like their banana pepper rings. Uh-oh. We might have a sword and stone situation here. Oh, I don't think it's gonna go. Take a crack. Yeah, you got to put your center of gravity into it.
Let a real man do it.
Oh, and they were not worth the effort. They're soft and spongy in the middle, and then toward the outside, they become slippery? I don't know what else to call it. It's not crunchy. It's like you're moving through, your teeth move through it in a different way. Both textures are unpleasant, and both are proudly on display. Their color's insane, and the flavor's just really sour and sort of normie. You know, it's not like cool. 1. Wegmans sweet bread and butter. I love Wegmans, I love sweet, I love bread, I love butter. Surely I'm gonna love these. Refrigerate after opening. These are shelf stable. I don't believe it. Their texture is magnificent. I feel like I'm there in Wegmans. I wish the flavor were a little better. It's very basic for bread and butter, just sweet and sour. And if anything, it kind of tastes a little watery. Texture's fantastic, flavors whatever. I think that gets you a 7. That's pretty good. All right, next up we have a local entrant, Williamsburg Pickles. Local pickle, probably hilariously priced, and you get 5 pickles. And these look like they're straight out of a, deli. And they're half sours. It's probably gonna be quite good. Let's see. For a refrigerated pickle, it's got a tremendous swish to it. Like the pickle crushed and yielded before my teeth pierced it. You know what I mean? So I'd expect a crisper texture. There is an aftertaste too that I'm not crazy about. It's not wet dog like that other canned pickle. It's dry cat. The flavor's just okay and the texture's not great. I'm gonna give it a 5. Uncle Giuseppe's. These are, what are these, kosher dill? I expect a above average experience from this pickle. Oh Lord, yes. That is the best dill pickle I've ever had. Really crisp and homemade tasting. That's the way I'll put it, homemade tasting. And the dill, the spices, the vinegar content, they're all just right. It's a perfect dill pickle, and it's a 10. I'm thrilled to learn that this is only the start of the Uncle Giuseppe's extended universe. Half sour pickles from the man himself, Uncle Giuseppe. Oh. Oh no. I gotta give Unc the passion of the doubt, the benefit of the doubt. Look at how much that squished before my teeth broke it. It yielded far too soon. Let's see what happens if I try it on a different pickle. Do you hear that? That pickle's bubbling. It's hissing. Oh, texture is really bad. Not as bad as some of these squishers that I've had so far today. Like, it's squishing so much before you can bite through it. So it's just mashing everything together in there. And it's just, ugh. And the flavor, like, I'm not a huge half sour guy, but these aren't. Something ain't right. Like, I've had my fair share of half sour pickles, and I know when I'm being lied to. That's really bad. Wow, I just gave a 10 to these guys. I'm gonna give these a 1. They're fucking terrible. I can think of no, they hiss when you eat them. They bubble like a can of soda. If these are a 5, you know I'm just full of shit. Garlic sour pickles, that sounds like it's gonna be good. I can feel that these are better, even through the tweezers I can feel these are better than the last ones texture-wise. Way better texture. Good flavor. No, not good flavor. The flavor's good until you get the aftertaste, which is, and I've had this with pickles before. I'm surprised that I haven't picked up on it thus far today. There's a chlorine aspect to it. There's a chemical vibe. I don't know what it is. It's got to be some kind of preservative or something. I've tasted it before in food, and I've tasted it before in pickles, and this is my first instance today. I'm gonna give these a 3. Now we have Shelski's. Shelski's is a local bagel spot here in Brooklyn. That is one of my favorites, my favorite place to order a breakfast sandwich from. I have not tried their pickles. I have to assume that these are gonna be quite good. I don't have to do that. I'm going to. They're not half sours, they're full sours. And they have a great crunch to them. Solid flavor, if a little boring. Still very, very good flavor, incredible crunch. These are good. They're nothing to write home about. Dear Daddy, today I had the best pickle. No, not these, but they're still quite good. I'm gonna give them a 7. Next up, we have somebody I've never heard of before. Wickles, original pickle. Why haven't I been sniffing these pickles? Because I didn't want to embarrass myself in front of Ilana Glazer? Yes. Ew. That's the softest pickle that's ever been conceived. I'm gonna try another one just in case I got like a weirdo. Flavor's not great, but the texture, if the texture is the same as that one, I'm gonna call the police. Wow, they're really spicy too. Like not flavorful spicy, like this has, you know, grandma's chilies in it. Just spicy, like they just put cayenne pepper in there and they're like, look, say it's spicy, fuck you. These are terrible. The worst texture I've ever had in a pickle. The flavor is inoffensive to bad. The spice is there, but it has no personality to it. I mean, I think I'm inclined to give them a 2. I hated that texture. Wickles, Wicked Pickle Chips, which, what is the fucking difference? Those were pickle chips, the ones that I just had. Oh, these ones are like, they're crinkle cut, they're ruffles, they're pickle ruffles. These look better immediately, right off the bat. They look better than the other ones. Those pickles offered no resistance to my teeth. I might as well have just been chewing air. They weren't there. How do you score something that's not even there? You know? That sucked. I also can't tell the difference between these and the other ones flavor-wise. They also taste like they're a little spicy. I think they're literally just crinkle cut. Like, I think it's the only difference because I think it's the exact same pickle. I'm gonna also give it a 2. Ugh. All right, next up we have Kvuzat Yavne. Pickled cucumbers and brine. Let's see what we're dealing with. Ooh, real curly Q up top. They forced you in here to make you fit in the can, didn't they? Didn't they? Solid texture considering that they're canned. Really abrasively sour and bitter flavor in a good way. Like, you know, Israeli pickles, they tend to be quite sour, at least the ones that I've had. And these are no exception. I don't dislike them, but I also don't like them. That's a 5. Benai Datum. Once again, we have a big curvature. We've got some curvy pickles on our hands, but I like pickles that have curves, you know? Whew. Again, really harsh flavor. A little bit more like spice to it. A little more personality than the last pickles, than the ones in the last canned pickles. Whenever I've had pickles with Israeli food, it's an accompaniment. It's something that's meant to be served with the dish. It's not like a snack on its own, at least that I've seen. And it's not hard to see why. Like, these are not, I don't think of these as snacking pickles. These feel like they're an ingredient or an accompaniment because they're just very, very simple in flavor and presentation. They're just sour and pickles, and that's it. But that being said, it's better than the last one, so I'll give these guys a 6. All right, folks, time to get wacky. These aren't pickles, I hear you saying. Well, they're pickle flavored, dill pickle flavored Lay's chips. I've eaten a lot of pickles today, sir. I can tell you that these are pickle flavored. Yeah, really quite good. It's like a better salt and vinegar chip, really. It's like salt and vinegar with some more personality behind it, some dill, some spice. And they're Lay's. Like, I'm not a huge Lay's guy, but I'm also not a monster. They're really, really craveable. They're really good. I wish that they were kettle. Again, not a big thin chips fan. I'll give them a 7. Let's take a look at some Kettle brand crinkle cut dill pickle chips. Whoa, these have actual dill sprinkled upon their person. You see that? I bet you it doesn't taste like dill. They're only a little bit dilly. I don't know what to say. They're good. Textures, I definitely prefer the texture. In spite of all that dill physically on there, it's not, the flavor isn't as strong. Maybe because there's more chip per bite and it's overwhelming the pickle flavor. I don't know. It's still good. I think it nets out because I will far prefer the chip, but the flavor just isn't like intense enough. Especially some of these kettle chips, dirty especially, punch you in the fucking face with flavor. Like the honey mustard ones, you better hope that that doesn't have a key to your house, because it'll sneak up and you punch you in the face because it's so strong. But these, they're just whatever, but they're still good. So lateral move, 7. Blue Diamond Almonds Bold Dill Pickle Flavor. These I'm pretty excited about. They flavor blast these pretty hard. They flavor blast these like Fritos, if you know what I mean. I could also be biased because I've been eating so many just straight pickles. So now pickle flavor is hardly even registering on my pickle radar. And they're good, but I want more acid, more vinegar flavor. And more salt too. These are honestly, they're undersalted. Disappointing. They're still good, but they're disappointing. I'm gonna give them a 6. They said 57 flavors and they weren't kidding, because we have Heinz pickle flavored ketchup. I'm not entirely sure why this exists. Don't have time to get relish on your hot dog? Well, allow us to introduce ourselves. We're Heinz. That's pretty good actually. I know I just did a thing, but that's actually pretty good. Let me take this a little more seriously. You want to try some?
I'm all set.
Do you want to eat out of my hand like a dog?
No.
No?
No, I'm okay.
I understand. Okay, let me actually do this. And I stand by what I said when I licked it out of my hand. It's ketchup, but with pickle flavor. It's really living up to what it fulfills your expectations. When like I taste dill, I mean, there's already vinegar in ketchup, but I guess there's more because I distinctly taste vinegar. And maybe they also put like bay and mustard in there and stuff, but like, boy, it's ticking a lot of boxes for me. This would be really good on a hot dog. I can see why people put relish and ketchup on hot dogs. I'd love to dip my fries in that. I think I like this. Then again, I'm only eating it on its own. You know, how ketchup is never, ever, ever, ever eaten. I'm gonna give it an 8. How would I rate plain ketchup? Like it's such a life force. It's like the 5 elements, like wind, water, heart, go, planet, ketchup. Would I give plain ketchup a 7? But I don't prefer this. No, I would give plain ketchup an 8. And I would also give this an 8 because I don't think that this is a replacement or pure improvement upon ketchup. It is a different kind of ketchup that really, really works. So twin 8s for ketchup and pickle ketchup. So there we have it, folks, our top picks. I gave out a 10 after Ilana took off, but we both gave these pickles 9s. Actually, this one I think I might have done solo. Either way, we have a whole bunch of 9s and 10s on our hands here, and they are fantastic. What did we learn? Refrigeration is a must. There were a couple exceptions where Wegmans and Vlasic had shelf-stable pickles that were incredibly crisp in spite of being heat-treated, but refrigerated pickles have not been heat-treated the same way to be made shelf-stable. They have less preservatives in them, and they haven't been heated to as high a temperature, so they're gonna be crisper, they're gonna taste fresher, and more delicioso. You can definitely find good pickles that are mass-produced, but my favorites here were locally made. It seems like the more indie local that you go with pickles, the more interesting and rewarding it can be, except when it comes to Uncle Giuseppe, because the man made a 10 and a 1 in the same breath. So really what we learned is that pickles are Wild West, and you have to go out there and try them yourself to determine what's gonna be the best pickle for you. In other words, this show is irrelevant. Thank you so much for watching. Go check out Ilana's new stand-up special, Human Magic, streaming now on Hulu and Disney+. Get out there and eat some pickles. Please comment below, tell me what you want to see me rank next, who you want to see me rank it with, and how you want to see me rank it. This is Ranking Show.